all this new stuff, all of this wonderful technology, all the ways that we're trying to figure things out here. Just give a minute. Okay. Matt can hear us in the other room.
Yep, I got you. Took a little bit
Okay.
delay.
Maybe try refreshing. There we are. And I'm not sure why it gives us a black screen to get started, but you know, we're good to go. How is everyone doing? Sorry if I'm just adjusting things as we get used to this new setup. There we go. You can see a little peeky of our camera or of our logo here.
There. Oh.
I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're good. So welcome to the first What's New of 2026, live from our fresh and brand new, newly renovated store. You're just going to hear my little step stool in the background because you know what? Short people have short problems. Luckily, we have step stools. So hopefully everyone is tuning in. Please do give a hello in the comments. I see Donna is tuning in. So thank you, Donna. Hello, hello. Boy, it has been a month since we have done a What's New. So we have a lot to show you. Some of it you may have seen because it came out, you know, at some point in December. Some of it is brand new. So we're going to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I do see people joining in. Hello, hello. If you are new to us, welcome to What's New. This is our weekly live video where we unbox all of the new stuff that we've gotten in, typically within the last week. Today is going to be a supersized one because it has been a month since we've done a What's New, thanks to the renovation and the holiday season. But this is where we're coming from. We are coming from the Paper Crafters Workshop. Our website is right here. And this is where I got to get used to where my camera is, come up a little bit. You can shop on our website at papercraftersworkshop.ca, our contact information, and you are watching us here on YouTube, but we do also have Instagram and Facebook, so go and check us out. Look how big that is.
I like that.
It's all the little things that just make us happy. So you've got me, Sherry. I am the owner of the Paper Crafters Workshop. I've got my right hand here. To the right of me, Darlene.
Hello.
Do you want to wave?
Hello.
Oh, it looks like we got that one little light in the wrong spot, but hopefully that doesn't bother everyone too much. And Matt, the Peanut Gallery, is in the other room. He does need to duck out to the courier, so that's why we are tag teaming it here in the store. Again, supersized edition, but we will try not to keep you, for hours and hours and hours. We will go fast, but not too fast. So we're going to dig in, and the very first thing I am going to share with you, I honestly can't remember when things came in exactly and when they didn't. Actually, this was December 1st. This was the first of the new release in December. So these are the last of the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide mini sets. And maybe it is fitting that we are starting with this one because today is Mr. Holtz's birthday. So,
Well, happy birthday.
Not that I think in any way, shape, or form he is watching this live, but just in case he is, happy magical birthday, Tim. Thank you for all the great supplies you provide our crafters, and we are loving these Oxide minis. So I think we have a couple of bundles left. This is the final 6 sets of Distress Oxide mini colors. We do have an I Want It All bundle for this last 6 set. Or if you just want to pick and choose, by all means, pick and choose the colors that you love the most. We do also have re-inkers if you are interested. That's always a good tag team purchase, to buy the inks, buy the re-inkers to go with it. And if there is a color missing on our website, we have just placed a fairly large distress restock order that should be hitting us, I'm going to say, the end of this week or beginning of next week. So they will be coming in soon. Now, I did have a customer in on the weekend who was asking if we would ever be getting these in individual inks as opposed to the sets. Absolutely, there will be a time when these are available individually, but for right now, they are only available in the sets. And maybe jot in the comments. I mean, how much are you loving the minis, and would you prefer minis over the full size? Because given, limited space, we may have to choose what we carry here in the store. So when it comes to oxides, what do you like? I know obviously the big ones came out first, so that might just be what you're used to, but let us know your thoughts, because we would absolutely love to hear your insights and how you use Distress Oxide inks. All right, so that is that. And then we have, these are January, no, I think they were just priced in January. I think we did have these a little bit before, but we know that you guys love your little mini sized dies. So these are 5 new mini sentiment dies from Art and Creative, and I don't want to say they're deliberately replacing, but I know we used to carry the Creative Expressions. Unfortunately, Creative Expressions was one of those companies that did not make it through 2025. So I'm really excited that Arden has these great little dies for all of you. And they look quite small, they look quite dainty, but they will give you big impact on your projects. If you saw my Learning Live last night, then this could also be substituted for the stamp set that I used, and really focusing on your sentiment. We've got thank you, miss you, let's party, big congratulations, and happy birthday. The other tip that I would share with these, because these are so delicate, maybe use the Spellbinders liner sheet, which is double-sided adhesive, or if you have wide score tape, that kind of thing, put that on the back of your cardstock first and then die cut. That essentially will turn this into a sticker, and it'll make gluing these little guys so much easier than trying to get liquid glue where you want it, and more than likely where you don't want it. So those are 5 new dies from Art and Creative. I'm now going to hand over to Darlene, and she's going to go through the brand new Waffle Flower release. There was a release in December. We're not showing you that. We're showing you the release that just went live on Monday. Darlene, take it away.
So it was a cute release, especially if you like dogs and cats. So let's start off with this one here. It is called Simple Joy. It's a stamp set that also has a coordinating stencil and a matching die. So let's take this up a little closer. You have this girl drinking her hot chocolate or coffee, reading a book, snuggling with her little kitty, and all these kitties. I'm assuming these look more like dogs. But really cute set. I was thinking if I color it brown, we have like Sherry. If you color it black, you have me. There you go. And if you like using, stencils and coloring it that way, they also have a coordinating a matching stencil that helps you color in like the clothing, the pets, as well as the books. Really, really great set. And we cannot forget the postage collage, one of my favorites. We have the postage collage wolf, and I did a little sample here just to show you. And the nice thing about this is that, dogs and cats come in variety of colors, so you can play with your colors and make different ones. So you could tell my dogs and cats have similar color tones. I had them all out, so I kind of mixed and matched some reddish oranges, some grays, and some browns. But here are the 2 newest postage collage stencils. This is Woof and this is Meow. And this was a great addition to the postage collage. It's the frame dies. So each of these are measured to cut out these individual openings, and you can put them in little frames. So there's more dies hidden here, but you have all the sizes from the small one to the largest vertical one. So as you can see here, let me see, it fits right nicely in between, and you can frame these little ones. So this came out with this release, but because those, the postage collage is very versatile in their sizing, that these frames can be used with the snowman, the gingerbread, the poinsettia, the roses.
Or if you're like me, you can do a friend's door.
The friends, yes. So that was a great addition to that. And we always have the panel dies, and I really love the way they do their panel dies. So let's start off with this one. This is called Happy Leaves. And here is a sample of Happy Leaves. So you can use it with just a plain background, if I can find the plain blush that I have here, that you can put a nice colored solid background cardstock in the back to have that. Or you can add the texture die, which is also, and if you, I have this upside down, the leaves are in the same pattern that if you overlap them, you see those stitching marks in between for a different look. So you can use them on their own or you can use them together, which is really cool. I'm gonna leave that aside because there's more panels.
If you watched my learning live last night, this would be another great way to just have a really nice but interesting background, and you just throw a sentiment on there,
And it's done.
and you're good to go. You don't
Yeah.
have to over create.
And those ardent dies that you just saw, that like one
that would
big
be
sediment,
perfect too.
it's done. And this was pretty cool. This is called a Happy Circles panel die. So that is what it looks like. Yes, there is a lot of things that fall out, but I love that texture. It's really different from all the other panel dies they came out with. So you could use it with a solid. You can mix and match and use any of their piercing. Like, look how cool that is in the background. But one other thing that they've added is a stencil. So if you do want to color in these holes instead of using a solid cardstock, there is a stencil that you can make multicolors or one color to add some definition to that. So there is
It would
the
make a
panel.
beautiful ombre.
Yes. Lots of versatility, which I find that you can use these panel dies for. And they have this one. This is called the Happy Chevrons Texture Die. The difference between that and the panel die is that these ones don't have, they have like little slits, but they don't open. You can cut them apart if you wanted to create a border, but it just gives you a little definition that you can lift these up to create some 3D elements on your card, or you can leave it flat. You can cut them out if you just want some little peekaboo spots. But they also added, I wish they had a sample of the stencil. I keep turning it around. But they also have a stencil. So let's say you'd like the look of that pattern. There is the stencil to go with that. Or let's say if you're cutting these slits out and you want to just ink that background, you can pair it up with the stencil set. So you could use it on its own or use it together, which I really like as well. And one of, well, they're all my favorites, but let's bring you out Cozy Spots. Cozy Spots makes a really nice scenery. There are 4 elements to this. I don't know if this will showcase all. First up is the Cozy Spot die. So you have that little lounge chair, the curtains, the rectangle here, and there is a frame above. This makes the flooring as well as the carpet, and then you have the rods to hold up your curtains. You can die cut that on its own, but what the nice thing they did is they did a stencil. So you can use the stencil to do shading. So let's, for example, the recliner, if you want some darker spots or change up the color, you can add that definition as well. They also give you the stencil for the carpet and the background. So you can't see it, it's on the second one, but they have little openings where you can do the trees and the clouds for your window scene, which is really cute. And the Cozy Spot add-on, which Sherry used last night, it has the florals and the lamps. And we can't forget the dogs and cats. So here is the dog, here's the cat. They are little silhouettes, but they are cute. And let me bring out the card that showcases it. So here is a little bit of each of the dies, as well as the stenciling. Here I just cut it in one color, but I use a stencil like a brown ink just to darken it up to just give it more dimension. Here is that window, and the nice thing is you could do 2 windows. Because of this set, I did it as a portrait. You could also do it landscape by making your I guess scene the horizontal way, and you can add the pets. So you can have the dog sitting in the chair, maybe the cat is more, and you can have the dog. But I love how you can create scenes with it. And the one thing I didn't die cut is that you also have a little blanket here, like a throw blanket. So that is Cozy Spots. And we have this one. This is their sentiment strips. You just punch them out, put your favorite adhesive, and you can add them on. So there's happy heart, wishing you happy pages, wishing you comfort and good company, sweet snuggles, good stories, cozy moments. Love the little phrases in there. And we have some sentiments here. There is the standalone or the bundle. So the bundle does come with the little the matching die set. This is called Simple Joy Sentiments, wishing you good stories and sweet snuggles, cozy up, hey, miss you, wishing you comfort and good company, and wishing you happy pages. And last but not least, the last sentiment pack that Sherry also used last night is called the Old Friend Sentiments. Love how bold these are. And if you didn't watch last night's Learning Live, you can go find that. But Sherry used a couple of these on her cards. Really nice and simple cards. We also have the bundle that has, you can cut them out. So the nice thing about the die set is that you can cut out the letters in different colors and then glue it into the shadow background, or you can stamp and use the shadow background. So different ways of using your sentiments.
Gives you lots of options.
Yes. And that is Waffle Flower from their Monday release.
Yes, so that's the January release. If you want to find the December release, which we still do have a few items left, that was the Valentine's release, just go to the December new arrivals and you are sure to see them there. Speaking of December release, I am...
Jen has one question. Yes, the girl reading does fit on the chair. I just didn't get time to finish coloring it, but she does fit in the chair, and you can add all those little cats and dogs beside, which is really cute too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, we're gonna move ahead and think about Valentine's. I mean, it feels like we just got through Christmas,
Yeah.
and we're already thinking about Valentine's. The Lawn Fawn release went up on, I'm going to say December 11th, whatever that second Thursday was. And it, as is typical with Lawn Fawn, that is their Valentine's release. Valentine's always focuses on a new critter. We all love our mice. We love some of the staple critters with Lawn Fawn. But this year you're going to find a mole lot of fun with the mole critters. Oh, and I gotta make sure I angle it so that reflection is better. See it? There we go. So on that little bit of an angle. So this is a mole lot of love. It is the signature stamp set in this releases collection, and you've got all your little moles. You've got their full size. You've got him digging here. You've got him peeking out of you've got peeking out of the ground, and you've got some little worms too. I know the worms were really popular in the library series. So they've added them in here with the mole lot of love. You're my soil mate. I love you a mole lot. I like worm hugs. You're the one for me. So lots of great little sentiments to go in your heart-shaped speech bubbles. I'm probably too much of an angle there. There is, of course, you can get the stamp alone or the stamp and die bundle. And to make things so much easier, there is the coloring stencils to go with that as well. Now, along with the full-size set, there is also, let me find him here, we have the little add-on set. This is the little guy I used last night, and I especially love, you know, his little mole bum poking out of the dirt, stamp, die, and stencil as well. Here is a sample that Lawn Fawn sent to us. I like worm hugs, so you got all kinds of fun stuff that you can create. And you know what, as much as we're showing this as Valentine's, absolutely, these can be friendship cards. They could be for all year round. I know there is a set called All the Party Hats, so you could make them into birthday moles, all of that good thing.
Or you
good
could
stuff.
use the Santa hats. You have
You could do Christmas moles, Christmas moles. So that is part one. Then we have conversation hearts. Let's show you the sample first, and let's get rid of this ugly little clamp. So conversation hearts, just like the candies, we've got all of our favorite little critters with these conversation hearts and all the different messages that you can put in there. So here is the stamp set. I think we are currently sold out of the die, but we do have the coloring stencil as well. And so you've got all the little critters, the bear, the fox, the mole, the bunny, and the deer, holding the hearts, and so many different messages that you can pop in there. Happy Valentine's, happy Galentine's, I love you, be mine, possum, hey honey, very much, honey bunny. Lots of great sentiments in that particular set.
And look at all these small fonts. They will fit in the reveal wheel. We were just talking about
we were
that.
just talking about reveal wheel. This would absolutely fit in the reveal wheel series if you have that. I'm going to give you back the clip as well. Oh, that. All right. Let's continue on with stamps. You know, I said that we've got a new critter, but I don't think we have had a release lately that did not feature a mouse in some way, shape, or form. So here are the Valentine mice, not to be confused with Ballantine mice. We don't have any mice, so there's really no confusion there. You are my squeak heart. I made you a card. Have a mice Valentine's Day, and our sweet little mice in all the different configurations, blowing kisses your way on this very special day. Stamp die and coloring stencil for that guy. And I think this was one of Darlene's favorites. Cute little soy sauce. We are soy happy. And if you're groaning, then that's okay, because that is what Lawn Fawn aims for. They are renowned for their puns. So we will just keep on keeping on. You've got the little faces here. These two little dots here, if you are not familiar with Lawn Fawn, those are for the, I'm pointing at myself, you can't see me. They're for the cheeks. So if you've got a smiley face and you've got the two cheeks, you would do that in pink or just a very pale color to make the cheeks. And there is a coloring stencil for that as well. So that is the coordinating elements. One last stamp set is a Critter Conversation Heart add-on. So if you want some extra sentiments to go with that, and a standalone heart. All right, what else have I got in my box? Oh, tricks. Let's pull out the washi tape. Washi tape, 2 washi tapes in this release. I had to make sure I ordered extra for Darlene, and I think Ellen probably got some as well. The Purple Hearts washi tape, and then we have the XOXO washi tape here, which is a pink kind of corally color. All right. Okay. Oh, no, I was going to say I forgot something, but I didn't. It's intentionally at the back. Then there are some standalone dies. So we've got some fun things here. This is the Build-A-Critter Valentine accessories. So if you have the Build-A-Bunny or the Build-A-Fox, then you've got a little Cupid's bow, you've got some Cupid's wings, you've got a little letter, you've got a heart, the bow and arrow that you can use to dress up your little critters. And you know what? I think if you were creative, you could probably use some of these things on their own as well. We have this one here that is called Heart Blooms. So you've got your stems and your leaves, and then your heart flowers get put on top. And we do have a sample of that right here. So you can see how that's all come together. They've actually used the leaves here to surround the hearts and really make them look like a flower. And they've tucked a little mole in the bottom here. This little guy here, I will come back and talk to you in just a second. It's over here in my box. And then there's the giant outlined love there. That's a better picture of it. So you can build your critters around that word, and it's got the extra die cut so you can change the color and make it a really fun and dramatic large sentiment. So again, similar to last night. And then we'll come back to this. Isn't that cool? There is actually another, I wonder if this fell off something.
One of the cards.
Let's just, there we go. So there is this adorable little paper clip set. So you've got a heart-shaped one, you've got a regular one, you've got the hello, and you've got this other heart one here that we've used here, some smaller ones. These are ideal for just adding extra elements and extra detail to your cards. If you are someone who is working on a planner or a calendar or something like that, these would be really great elements to add to your projects as well. We've only got a couple left. If they're still here in a couple of days, I may be taking one for my own personal stash because I just think they're so cute and I think you can use it in so many different ways. Next up are the backdrops. So there's a checkered heart backdrop. Now I'm showing you the portrait version. There is also a landscape version, and it makes this really adorable background. So it has that checkerboard look, but it's got the hearts. You could consider it a quilt.
Yeah.
You know, you could do some really fun stuff with that, mask off the different squares and do some ink blending. It just really adds just that a little extra detail to your project. If you don't want a full backdrop, but you want something with a little bit of extra, this is the quilted heart border. Nope, no picture on the back. So that one's a lot of fun. I don't know, I kind of looked at that out of the corner of my eye on the screen here, and those to me look like little paw prints. Yeah. So, you know, mix them with that cozy collection from Waffle Flower, and they would work well together. Okay, I'm going to skip over these guys and I'm going to move on to these ones. So we do have a Candy Hearts stencil. So much like those conversation hearts, this is a cute little stencil set to make the hearts. The stencil the words actually are a stencil as well, but there's no reason why you couldn't use some of those stamped sentiments in there. Excuse me, hold on. My apologies. So that one is 5 layers in that stencil set. And then there is a new nested die from, oh, thank you, darling, from Lawn Fawn. They are really well known for their stitched nesting dies. This one is a postage rectangle. So it's got the postage edge, it's got the stitched inner area. It does not cut out the center. It is a nice solid piece like this one where you've just got the stitched border and the postage edge on the outside. But they've gone a step further and they have added a stencil set. So this one, if you wanted that inner area to be a different color, then you've got this stencil opening to help you do that, to keep your edges clean, give your inner portion an extra bit of color, and again, just give you extra versatility to your die set. Okay, so that is the end of the new stuff from the Lawn Fawn release. But as they have been doing, they have gone back into the vault, as they say, to bring back some older stamp sets that coordinate with the release. So these are Valentine's themed. We've got Scent with Love, Scent spelled SCENT. We've got the add-on, and then we've got a waffle lot, which is this adorable little waffle with different toppings, the little pat of butter with the smiley face on it, just too cute to resist. And what they have done is they have created the coloring stencil to go with it. So these have been in existence before, so check your stash, but these coloring stencils are brand new. As part of bringing all the favorites to life with those coloring stencils, those are now in circulation. So if you need to revisit your stash, if you want to find some new love for some old stamps and dies, then that is that. And that is the end of the the Lawn Fawn release. The next Lawn Fawn release will be at the end of February. I've had a sneaky peeky already, and it is very spring themed, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. We will be giving some sneak peeks. We have our trade show next week, and Darlene and I will both be making alongside Jen Shirkus and have some great new great new samples to show you.
Next up, we have Elizabeth Craft. So,
sorry, before you dig in,
absolutely.
Ellen is asking, is it cute? Is Lawn Fawn cute?
How is it never cute?
How is it never cute? We kind of joke with much love and affection with Kelly Marie that listening to her talk about a new release is a drinking game. How many times she says cute, adorable, and it's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I think we can all say, well, a lot of us can say that Lawn Fawn is our favorite.
Right. Yes, agreed. We have Elizabeth Craft. So this one came out in December. It was Esther's last line with Elizabeth Craft. Not much of it left, but we do have a few of them if you want to grab it. There is this one here said, Getting Festive Stamp and Die Set. Love the sentiments. Sometimes you forget that you're amazing. So this is your reminder. Hello, gorgeous. Perfectly imperfect. The world is beautiful without you. And there is that die for the little lady here. There's also this one here called Words. Love the font on this one here. It has curiosities filled, original, lucky, winter, confidential, 1 to 0, XOXO, creative, flowers, thankful, journal, and notes. So love that font. It looks like a wood grain the way they did the pattern on it. One of my favorites is the months. You have all the months listed. You have this little card at the bottom, date with the definition, a true story. Don't let what's for you go by you. There's also a calendar definition. And on the side here has dated today, notes, noted, big day, this month, a true story. So great for your planners or if you're journaling. And we have this one here. It's called Window Overlay 1. I love these. These are for the reinforcements to cover your holes. Has all these frames with the word winter, fun, what, oh. And here is a sample that you can do at the back. So love how she's tied in everything. This here that looks like a film strip does come apart, as you can see here, so you could use it on its own and put little tiny photos in it. Here is called Window Overlay number 2. This one has a little tab. It is a little bit shorter than the standard 4 1/4 page. More reinforcements. This set has the numbers. So this one has a bunch of numbers on the side, but you have the random, I guess that could be 9 and 6, 7, 5, 2, 0, and 8. So to create your years.
They were doing 2025 and 2026. I didn't see the 7 there.
Yeah, so you have 2027 and 2028. So you can at least use it, and then 2029, right? Yep. So you could use it for a couple more years. Love that. And you can put them inside the openings. I love the tab. Yeah. Love anything with a tab.
Did you already mention that this is Esther's last?
Yes, okay. I did. It's Esther's last one. This one's called Wintertime Word Strip. Another tab. So this one looks like it's a second part, a little bit smaller than this one here, but you could use it interchangeably. And this one has wintertime as a nice insert. You can also die cut all these letters to place it in here so you can do different colors. And that's what it looks like. Or you can offset it, which is really nice too. But it's a nice divider, which is really cool. So even if you just use that without winter time, and you can use it all year round. Absolutely. As a little divider. So they are having a new release coming soon, February, and it will be Annette Green, and she's calling it
Everyday Memories.
Everyday Memories. Yeah. We had a peek on that, and I'm very excited for that one too. So.
It's going to be a good release, and we have some fun things planned for that. Esther, as a designer, is striking out on her own, and my understanding is she has secured some production and distribution partners. We don't know who they are yet, but rest assured, when we hear about it, we will absolutely be giving it a good look. So if you definitely are an Esther fan, which I know many of you are, don't worry. We're not gonna walk away from Esther. She's got some things to figure out, and it'll give us something to look forward to. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you do the Concord stuff, and then I will do the Christina stuff.
Yeah. So Concord and Night. This was our December release. It's called Hexy Bloom Inlay Die. Look at this. Look at that pattern. So it is like a hexagon, but it's like a very interesting hexagon shape. Looks like flowers to me, but they do cut out so you can change up the colors. You can do, different colors, rainbow order, or keep it all one color. So this is their inlay die. We have the Friendly Phrases stamp set. I love their font here. Thinking of you for my dear friend. I'm glad we get to be friends. You make everything better. Good vibes only. So happy for you. You're the nicest. And it comes with a die for 2 of the sentiments. But it also comes with the rectangles, the hexagon, and the floral. So you can create some nice shapes to go with it. This was my favorite one. It was the Limo Party Expandable Die. So it creates a little limo, a very small limo. And when you open the card, it creates a big limo. I thought, you know, for graduation, birthdays, weddings, really fun to create this limo with the hand sticking up, and you can you have the balloons as well as the wine glasses. And then there's the banner. And here is the stamp set. So excited for life's new adventure. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Let's celebrate in style. Just married. Big day. Good things ahead. Hope you have the best day ever. Woo! So very cute set to pair up here. And here's that banner. So this is Concord in 9th line.
Now, something like that is always interesting to figure out how to assemble it.
Oh, yeah.
So they always have a QR code at the bottom that you can just use your camera. Oh, maybe I'll come up a little higher. Yep. The little QR code that you can scan it, and it'll give you a video on how to assemble the interactive element to this. So once Darlene has a chance to play with hers, then we can get some samples and have fun with that. All right, part 2 of the Concord release is the elements that are designed by Christina Werner. And it's actually kind of ironic because last night on our Learning Live, a lot of you expressed that you were, one of the things you had difficulty with was sympathy cards. So there are a number of elements in this release that would help you out with that. And the first 3 elements, I've got a sentiment die, a stamp and die sentiment set, and then we've got this beautiful Longline Lilies collection that I'll talk to about in just a second. So this one here, and I love the typeface that Christina chooses for a lot of her dies. This one has you are in my, you are in our, so you've got a singular and a plural, prayers and thoughts. So you've got just some really nice basic sentiments here that you could use for those particular scenarios. And again, treat them very much like we use the stamp set. Just add a little accent, some pattern paper on the back, and you don't have to overthink it. I love this set. This is the Written Words 2 stamp set. And so it's got a ton of, excuse me, condolence and encouragement sentiments here. So sorry for your loss. Sending sunshine with deepest sympathy. Sending good vibes. You are stronger than you think. This is a paper hug. Hang in there. And she's got such a nice mix of fonts in here that it could be used for masculine, it could be used for feminine. It really can be used in a variety of scenarios. And then I like what she did here, and I'm not sure if she did this on the previous one, but when you've got the dies on this carrier sheet, it actually tells you what the stamp set is that goes with it. And that sometimes is hard with sentiment or with the dies that coordinate with the sentiment, is you really have to, you know, puzzle piece it out to figure out which die goes with which stamp. So that's all figured out for you. And then last but not least in this, actually not last but not least, I'll do this one first. This is a Thoughts and Prayers standalone stamp set. So just really tiny, you are in my, you are in our, sending happy thoughts with hope and prayers. Again, a nice variety of sentiments there. And then we have the Longline Lilies. So this is, I think, 3rd or 4th, or maybe even more in her Longline series. I believe she does hand draw these herself. But these beautiful lilies, and if you need to choose a flower, a specific flower for a sympathy or a get well card, a lily is a perfect one for that. You can tweak the colors a little bit, you can keep it clean, you can make it a little bit brighter, and then it's got some great sentiments to go with that as well. Now this is a little bit of a hefty bundle because it does have the stamp set, it does have the die set. So again, and she's again put the sentiments in here with the die so that you know which one goes with which. But there is also a stencil that goes with that. And it gives you, you know, lily number 1 light, lily number 1 dark. So it gives you lots of hints and tricks on how to use this stencil set. There's 4 stencils, but there is, you know, some of these are actually divided in half so that you can use it in multiple places on those lilies. So that's just what it would look like once you have it colored out. So definitely a versatile set if you love the stencil, if you like the look of these line drawings, and will really hold you in good stead whenever you need to make a sympathy card. Also in her release is this one here. It's called Handmade with Love stamps, and then we've got the coordinating die that goes with it as well. I'm seeing a template on the back here, so please forgive me, I'm not 100% sure. Looks like the 2 pieces can potentially go together. Do you know much about this one?
Yes.
Okay, we'll let Darlene talk. Oh, I better not turn it upside down. It's right side up for Darlene, but
Yeah, it's supposed to work together or separately. But
okay, yes, because here there's an inset here, there's an inset here, so
and there's an acetate at the bottom to help you guide you where to put it.
so you keep everything nice and centered. This one I believe was from the November release, but we just got it in December. It's the Simple Hearts nested die. So you've got a large heart and a small heart. And then we have 3 stencil sets. 2 are very basic, not in terms of complexity, but just in terms of great ones to have in your stash. There is the Bitsy Blooms. So look how pretty that is. And if you didn't want to do the lilies, but you took this and you paired it with the sympathy sentiments, you could make a really, really nice card with that. There is also the dots on dots, on dots on dots, on dots on dots on dots and dots.
She really likes her dots.
She likes her dots. I love the dots, and I love that it's this nice big 6x9 series. And then there's her Cara Medallion stencil pack. So look at this beautiful mosaic pattern that you can create with this stencil. And there is also an outline one, so you can do the reverse to go with that. So this is the beautiful Cara Medallion stencil pack from Christina Werner. All right, we are coming to the end. We have shown you all kinds of fabulous stamps and dies and stencils. And stamps and dies and stencils and a few more stencils. We are now going to move into the paper portion of our episode. So I'm gonna let Darlene needs to scoot really soon, but I'm gonna let her do the Simple Stories one, and then I will take over with Echo Park.
So this is our Simple Stories. It's a simple vintage line. It's called Junk Drawer. Really nice if you like to do junk journals or just like that whole vintage look. This is a perfect collection. This one here has all these, so the typewriter type, the words, of course the keys, the clocks, and Simple Stories loves their florals, right? So the florals and butterflies are also added here. Not sure if you can, how far do I have to bring it up here? And they have the cutter parts. So you have your tags, you have your journal elements, you have the 3x4s, the 4x6, of course, the sticker sheets. So let me turn it over so you can see. Look at that. It's
What
great.
I love about the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage is how crisp and how bright everything looks and still maintains that vintage muted look.
Yeah.
It's got a really nice balance of colors and
The colors
textures.
are beautiful. And then the words. I'm a big sucker for word stickers. So curiosities, more of this, time with you, full of wonder, explore, lovely. I just like mixing it and using the words as my journal part because I don't like to write. So we have the collection pack. We also have their basics. Look at the basics. So one side you have that linear line, so it looks like a notepad. And the back side, you have a very subtle dots. Oh, here, this side shows the dots. Very, very subtle. You can't even see it, but I love how there's 2 different types of textures.
It's very tone on tone.
Yeah. We have the bits and pieces, the floral bits, and the journal bits. So here we are all the embellishments. If you like the tags, the banners, this one's for you. Love all that. Really hard to see. Noteworthy today, every day. This is also good for a yearly planner because of the words you have here. Floral bits, good set of flowers and butterflies. See this, looking at this takes away the yucky weather that's outside.
That's for sure.
Spring weather. Here is the nice bits and pieces. So you have like the little drawer, the stamp sets, the tickets. Their ephemera pack is the bigger set. So all these are big ephemeras. They're nice sizing, great way to journal. Like on the note card, you could journal a little bit, put dates. There's tickets, numbers. And we have the page pieces. Page pieces can be used in a variety of ways, but they came up with page pieces so you can create a beautiful layout, 2-page layout. So that is a sample of how you would use these pieces. But I like to use them in my planner. Great elements, timeless moments, memories to treasure. And then the key and the butterfly, the hearts. Something about their printed hearts. I really like them. They always have words on them. So this is called the junk drawer from Simple Stories.
Yeah. All right. We are going to finish off with some great paper lines from Echo Park. Some nice versatile ones. We're going to start with Valentine's. So we are starting with Be Mine. Let's let my camera catch up here. So a great little Valentine's pack, could be used for friendship. Some of them are really versatile. So these ones are the little candy jars. The car with the bumper with love, you could use that for a wedding layout or a wedding card. We've got cakes, we've got letters. So even though it's Valentine's themed, you could also use it for many different love-related occasions like anniversary and wedding. There is also a coordinating solids pack to go with it. And I believe we have a selection of the single sheets, not all 12, but a selection of those. And then because we know Valentine's is very much a card making occasion, we've got the 6x6 paper pad as well as the 6x6 mega pad. The main difference is the mega pad, by the nature of its name, you get more. So with the regular 6x6 pad, you get 24 papers. With the 6x6 mega, you get 48. That is double. Now I believe you get, so one of the pages you get in here is sentiments, and I don't know if you can see it very well here in the corner, but it's got some great little cut apart sentiments, and it also has solids. So it gives you lots of versatility. You'll be making cards for days with this mega pad. So that is Be Mine. For those of you who love some grape juice, we have the wine pack. And I believe they've had a wine pack in the past, but it was a little bit darker, a little bit more vintagey. Whereas this one, again, it's got that nice balance of brightness.
Winery type.
Yeah, it was a little bit, just
like that Merlot type color.
Merlot color, yes, or burgundy.
Yeah.
This one definitely is more pinks and got this beautiful green that has been worked into this. And so maybe you've got a book club that you have with your wine, or maybe you've done a wine tour. This is a beautiful pack that you can use in so many different ways, or maybe just to celebrate your girls. You know, the wine glasses, the wine bottles might make for a really fun birthday card for someone who really appreciates that. Let me get this here. There's a little wine and cheese and books as well. So maybe you use that for your book club. With that one, we just have the collection packs and the solid packs. We've got You Are My Sunshine if you want.
Did you need some water?
No, I don't need some water. I'm good.
You're sounding a little hoarse.
No, I'm not a little horse. I'm a little mole. No, I'm not. We've got You Are My Sunshine, so some nice bright sunshiny color if you just need a little burst of color for your day. We did a lot of talking about pets with that Waffle flower line. We've got this collection called Party Animal. So I know someone last night was talking about possibly sympathy cards for their pets. This is not the pack to do it with, but this is birthday for your pets. So that is why I'm making that connection. So you've got some papers that are very pet specific, but then you've got some other great, just versatile birthday papers as well. This guy just makes me laugh. I don't know, just something about his little face makes me smile.
That's the pug.
That's the pug. And there is a coordinating solids with that.
Alexis would probably love the pug.
Alexis would love that, yes. No ephemera to this one, right? It's just the collection
No,
and the
just-
solids.
Just the papers, yeah.
Okay. And last, but certainly not least, we have this collection here that's called They Say It's Your Birthday.
It's not set up yet.
Oh, well, it was in the box.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
not. It's not set up yet.
So you can't have this one yet, but I'm going to show it to you anyways, because if you are signed up for our birthday Kickstart weekend class at the end of the month, this is the paper pack you're going to get in that kit.
You didn't show that, did you?
I did.
That doesn't exist.
Okay, well, so ignore that you are my sunshine. If you are special, then you might get the one that we've got. Okay, it was all in the
Yeah.
bin. So they say your birthday is the collection pack that is in your birthday Kickstart. You also get a stencil, you get a exclusive die set, and you get an exclusive stamp set. There are still spaces, so just go to our website and get signed up. We are finishing off we're still waiting for a couple of items to arrive. So kits will be going out next week, and we will also let you know, because this will be set up so you can get extra paper, extra embellishments, all of that good stuff. All right, now that I've shown you a lot of great stuff, Darlene and I have both showed you a lot of great stuff, and we've even shown you some stuff we shouldn't have. Just keeping it real. We're going to sign off for the evening. I did keep it under an hour, so that is a good sign there. Matt's going to get my little step stool so I can catch the button. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will be back next week. We'll have lots more good stuff to share with you, and I hope you have a very crafty weekend. This weather, who knows what it's going to be like, so go ahead and hunker down and make something pretty. And if you do make something, make sure you post in our paper crafts in our circle. Get signed up for Kickstart. Time to go home. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Drive safely if you're out on the roads. Take care.